Esteemed guests, dignitaries, excellencies, I'm going to thank Gabi and the Africa Prosperity Network, as well as the African American Institute. I'm honored to be here today, stand here before you at the Africa Global Forum, at a very pivotal point in this time of uncertainty and opportunity. Uncertainty because business as usual threatens to be business as usual, with global paradigms about Africa continuing to perpetuate old stereotypes and thereby supporting Africa's biggest challenge, which is perception. Opportunity because part of our collective consciousness as Africans is our ability to band together in order to change old narratives and tell a different story. We are all Africans, whether you consider the first humans who lived in East Africa 2.8 million years ago, or the over 1.6 billion people of African descent currently populating the globe. The African diaspora is the third largest population after China and India, and its spending power equals almost $2 trillion. Now that's our story. With the youngest average age in the world at 19 years old, Africa has the fastest growing workforce, soon to represent 40% of the world's youth ready to be educated and trained. Streamlining those skills and focusing them towards creating ecosystems and building sustainable industries will allow millions of Africans to drive socio-economic development across the continent. That's our story. These numbers represent our collective leverage across sectors and the promise of possibility and potential. But this potential will remain unreachable unless we operate outside of our respective silos and create synergies and partnerships with one another. Together, let's continue to strengthen the bridge between the diaspora and the continent and maximize our impact on our economies, our culture, and societies as a whole. That's our story. When my brother and I, who's in the room, where is he? There he is. When my brother and I founded Full Circle Africa, we realized that the African diaspora has a unique perspective on our shared history, which creates a common ground that is the fertile soil on which business grows. Our people-to-people connections are the foundation of sustainable enterprise, and we must use our vast network, our sense of entrepreneurship, and collective consumer spending power as a catalyst to create partnerships and increase capital for African businesses. That's our story. So let's continue to welcome our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to travel to the continent, to visit, to do business, because together we can rid ourselves from the aid-based shackles of neocolonialism and control our collective destiny by optimizing financial infrastructure and investing in economic development. Let's embrace our cultural diversity and celebrate our collective heritage by tapping into our ancestral superpowers. That's African excellence. That's our identity. That's our story. Together we have everything we need: natural resources, economic resources, human resources. We must build and control fully integrated value chains, focus on African ownership and on exporting goods and services, but no longer African talent or IP. Let's remember that the world has always looked to us for inspiration and value creation, misappropriating and exploiting our science, art, music, fashion, and entire cultures. But that's no longer our story. As Africans, we have the power to change our own narrative, to face Africa's branding challenge and shine a light on technology innovation, digital expansion, and the growth of our industries. As I look towards the future, I can see a tomorrow where all Africans are united in our need to forge our own path towards possibility, our desire to work together to grow the continent, and our collective purpose to take Africa from potential to prosperity. This is our story. Thank you.